Saturday Night Baseball coming up from Guaranteed Rate Field in the Windy City. Tonight it's the third of this four-game weekend series between the Minnesota Twins and Jeremy Hellickson gets the ball for the White Sox in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
The 1-1 home. Taken, strike 2.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
2-2 the count. Here's another 2-2. Still even at 2-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Pilar. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Hero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup is an interesting case study. Because if you're not a big believer in batting average, this team, they're in the bottom third of batting average. So they have to do it a little bit differently. They have to move traffic and drive the baseball out of the ballpark and into the gaps. We've seen that be successful before. Let's see if it happens again today.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, second baseman.
Here's Brian Dozier now. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and a strike.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
In there at the knees, strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
And it's fouled away. Now another 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One for the Twins on this swing by Michael Pineda, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1. Head-to-head against Michael Pineda. He's totaled 4 hits in 20 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get down for a base hit. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. And he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so. First delivery to him on the way. Right side. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Buxton is in pursuit. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit. Pilar ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. The tag, and he's safe. We're all square at 1 apiece. Throw won't get him. And he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him. Up next for Chicago, Chris Davis. And the White Sox looking for more here in the game's opening frame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ball 1.
You got to love that as a hitter right there. It doesn't happen much, but when it does, you have to find a way to take advantage of the count.
Now the 1-0. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 8th home run on the season for him, and it gives the White Sox a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, with 1 out and a runner on third, he just wanted to lift one to the outfield to move across the run, but he does a heck of a lot more than that by lifting it right over the fence.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. It's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Row, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem, I think, at times, hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And that one just missed outside.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, one guy that's been struggling with it lately is Miguel Sano. 0 for 5 in his last game, and I know a lot of people don't panic about a game like that, but he just hasn't looked very good. Not a lot of confidence coming out of this guy right now. Maybe this is the game that can get that confidence turned back around and get him turned back around.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Standing in now, Matt Davidson. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. A cold strike on the inside corner. Castillo leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Boy, he just threw that fastball by him. High in the air out to center field. And he'll pull this one down a step or 2 in front of the warning track, and the inning is over. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 3-1 Chicago. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Over at the knees, and that's the second strike. Two and two count. Here it comes. Hit back up the middle. Moncada fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy is.
And hold on now, that's a fair ball down the left field line. Should be at least a double. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he is in there. So with the runner safely at third with one away, there you get a look at the team leaders in 3 base hits. And you can see that these guys are now tied for the top spot in the AL. First pitch of the at-bat. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Escobar playing here in his age 29 season. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Sano. And he makes the catch for the second out. And even with 2 away now, that ball just didn't get out there deep enough, so they'll hold him at third base. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Here's the 0-1. Dribbled up the line. That winds up foul. Here it comes, 0-2. Seared down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
Count even at 2-2. 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Polanco at third. Escobar on at second with 2 down. And it's 3-2 now to the number 9 hitter.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Here's Byron Buxton now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. To the left side, but it's well foul. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Buxton is very likely going to be an all-star this year, at least according to the vote totals. He came into today leading all center fielders in the league.
Yeah, Matty, not surprised this guy is on the top of the all-star game, Boney, but you have to take a step back.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Twins leave the bases loaded. They still trail it here 3-1. So stepping in, Yohan Moncada set to lead off the home half of the second. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. But this will land untouched. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, strike 2. Here's the pitch. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Sliders in for a strike. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
Digging in for his second at bat, Kevin Pillar. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit.
Boy, talk about a rough one for this guy. Falls behind in the first inning and back-to-back singles here in the second. This could be a short night for this pitcher.
Yeah, they're passing the baton on the offensive side, putting it on this pitcher early.
A fastball right down the middle for a strike. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And this is knocked down on the mound. And he'll get in there safely.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Striding in once again, Miguel Sano. And recall he doubled his first time through, but was thrown out trying to stretch that into a triple. First delivery to him on the way. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up to Dozier for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this.
Leading off for the Twins.
Now here's the pitch.
Joe Mauer.
Here's Hellickson back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him here. It's strike 1. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
When you know a guy has a great changeup on the mound, you got to be willing to give up full side of the plate from time to time. It just looked like his timing was a smidge off.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, and Mauer's going to have himself extra bases. And the Twins have something brewing right away. It's a leadoff double.
Wow, throw a tent over it, bring out the clown. Look like a 3-ring circus out there. One outfielder mistimes his jump and the ball gets past him. His buddy has to back him up and get the ball in. A good thing, too. Otherwise, it could have been a triple or even an inside the Parker.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
The 0-2 once more. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. But no chance to get him, and he'll take first after striking out.
Now batting,
Digging in to try it again. Mitch Garver looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. In there for strike one. Mauer at second. Dozier at first with no outs. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-2 to the Twins catcher.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
And now this is popped up. Castillo should have room behind the plate. And he will make the play, and an important one it was, as those runners will have to hold now with one away. The next Twin up, Max Kepler. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he takes a called strike. 0-1 so far this season with runners in scoring position. Kepler is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
The tag, and he is out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Jorge Polanco. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch. In the dirt here. No movement on base. It's ball one. A 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. 2 down, runners at first and second. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Eduardo Escobar would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Left side, but well fouled.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
He's set, and the payoff pitch. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The next 3-2. Hit in the air out to center field. Pilar's there, and that ends the inning. Twin strand of trying to pick things up where we left off. Chris Davis, he'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings. He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Buxton is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the corner and slicing foul.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. He cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And a diving effort, but he can't make the play in right. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Fouled away. A base hit in his first trip. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one's down to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Ready for another chance? Matt Davidson, runner in scoring position with Jugón. First offering on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Eduardo Escobar standing in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Number 5.
First delivery to him on the way.
Escobar.
Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. So far this season, Escobar hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
Sent on the ground out to second. Moncada has it. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
The left fielder is 99.
So one gone now, and here's Logan Morrison, the left fielder. First offering on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 is taken, strike one. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Line to the right side, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
The batter, number 50.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch, and a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. One and one to Jason Castro. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on a dead run. And that ends the inning. Coming to the plate now, Yoan Moncada. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Second baseman.
First pitch coming, here it is.
Moncada.
Line drive to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, I got a nice little hitting streak though.
But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Center fielder, number 13.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Kevin Pillar. Last time through was a base hit. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Counts 1-0.
And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 home. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this will be corraled by Mauer, and that's out number 2. But they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first. Digging in once again, Jose Abreu. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch on its way. Liner toward right center. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3. Oh, and he botches it. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Here's Miguel Sano as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. White Sox strand a couple. but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Here's Byron Buxton now. He'll start off the 5th in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball.
You could tell he was guessing right there, and he certainly wasn't guessing changeup. That pitch was in his wheelhouse, and he was late.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Byron Buxton is retired to kick off the inning. First pitch on its way. And that one right down Main Street. In his career.
Matty, this is one of the best offensive forces in the sport. Not only an amazing batting average, but does it in a variety of different ways with damage.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Anderson scoops it up. Throw to first is in time as Mauer becomes out number 2. Ready once again, Brian Dozier. 1 for 2 with a solo shot that came back in the first inning. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Cold strike at the knees, 1-1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there on the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
2 balls and a strike to Dozier. Now the 2-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Hey, that's another nice 2-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. They still trail it here 3-1. Ready for another shot now. Chris Davis. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. The 1-0. Fly ball out toward left center field. Buxton has a beat on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Ready now for the White Sox, Paul DeYoung. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Drilled to the right side, and that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
Now at the plate, Wellington Castillo. A hit in 2 tries so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit sharply toward the right side, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Pineda pauses. Here's the 0-1. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
And this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play one for sure and maybe a second. And the runner will score from second. And he'll make it to second base now with two gone.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This ball might have caught him in between hops. He looked unsure which way to turn his glove, and the next thing you know, it's by him.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He swings and grounds it to short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Ready once again, Mitch Garver. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And that's going to do it now for the starter, Jeremy Hellickson. Gregory Infante takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the sixth inning. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1. Good spot for the change there, and that'll knock things up at 2-2.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get the...
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Max Kepler. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. On the move is Pilar. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And there's one away now. Ready for another chance? Jorge Polanco. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Fastball in there for a called strike. Swing and a little blooper to center. Pilar moving in. He can't get there as it falls in. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Into the box, Eduardo Escobar. 1-0 the count. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Sixth inning, 4-1 is our score. One and two, here it comes. Fouled off.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Now batting, left fielder, Logan.
Digging in to try it again, Logan Morrison. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Now a long throw home, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just...
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field, and they take the lead. It's gone.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
0-1 the count. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there. And it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
And this is fouled at the plate. 4 runs here in this half inning. Hit to third. DeYoung gathers it in. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally...
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Twins.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Kevin Pillar. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Now here's a line drive that'll make it out into left center, and he's going to have himself a leadoff single.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Luckily for them, the left fielder retrieves this ball quickly. Ready for another shot now. Miguel Sano. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Chop to third. Tough to get to. The Dozier for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play. So striding in, Chris Davis, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Here's a moment where you got to be a great teammate. Pick your buddy up who just grounded into a double play. I don't care what it looks like. Single, gapper, homer. Just get that guy in from third and get your team back motivated again.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
That's a really nice thing about pitching with the base open. You can work out of the strike zone a little bit more and try to get a guy to...
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Buxton racing back, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his 2nd home run of the game, and this one gives him the lead at 6-5. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Yeah, Matty B, you don't see this very often, D-Row, when it's cold and chilly like this. Wind blowing in a little bit.
Now batting, third baseman, Paul DeYoung.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. And he sends it the other way toward right center. Kepler will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come. So here's Joe Mauer.
Leading off for Minnesota.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy.
Your attention, please. Now
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. And this one misses again to Mauer. 2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way. Flips the zone low and outside for a strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
To 2-2 now. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And here's a swing and a miss by Mauer as he's down on strikes for the first out. Digging in once again, Brian Dozier. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Avilan, a Venezuelan-born ball player. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
He's set. Here it comes.
Counts 1-0.
Lays off 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Abreu in foul ground, and that retires the side. Ryan Presley gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. On the ground to the left side. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play. Matt Davidson is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins. High pop-up. Dozier is there for it. 2 gone. Riding in once again, Yohan Moncada. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Liner in there for a base hit. Didn't waste any time. Liked the first pitch he saw to keep the inning going.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. White Sox leave. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. In previous matchups with Luis Avilan, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff is going to have to find a way to attack him a little differently.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point, and it's fouled away. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3. This one remains close. It's 6. Digging in and looking for more, Kevin Villar. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now.
Kevin Villar.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A shot to second base and handled for the first out. Up next for Chicago, Jose Abreu. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. This is line to left. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Here's Miguel Sano. As he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed, that fastball is going to blow right by you.
Buxton giving chase. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Here's Chris Davis now. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
No balls and a strike to count. Abreu at second with 2 down. Ball 1.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Three and 1 now.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Now a swing and a miss as he was trying to flick that one the other way, and it's a full count now. 3 and 2.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season. Take a step out of the box, regroup. He'll get right.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to a man left for the White Sox. They lead it, however. It's 6-5. The next twin up, Logan Morrison. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Behind 0-2 now. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
Ground ball right side. Moncada gloves it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one just missed outside. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. The 2-1 is on a line to left center, and it's going to fall. A base hit. And Castro's got himself a base hit. The throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
Now that's the at-bat they needed. Bases empty, 1 out, down 1.
Byron Buxton.
Nate Jones Answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one. He's set and the pitch. Good looking sinker on the inside corner.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
And that's through into right field for a base hit. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only 1 away. In now, Joe Mauer, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Pitches a cold strike, the throw, and no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. A 2-ball, 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with 2 away now. Stepping into the box, Brian Dozier. The tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position. Game on the line, 2 men out. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Looks at a sinker over the inside part of the plate. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Now a crowd of 31,000 plus come to their feet. Hit hard to third. DeYoung fields it cleanly. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox are back in the win column again. They take game 3 of the series, and the ball game is over.
Well, never a dull moment in this one, especially in the 9th inning, as the tying run is stranded on third and the winning run is left on second. Anybody's game until the very last pitch. Now I can finally breathe a little bit.
And tonight's 1-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. Chicago rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Gregory Infante claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Final line score tonight.